It's been a really good start. First ride on the thing about a week and a half after Supercross finished. It was just an absolute blast. We just went out to a bush track, pretty local to us. So it was just good fun, straight away. Just really enjoyed the power of the bike and things like that. Like, I wasn't out there trying to do any testing or anything like that. I just wanted to get a feel for the bike and all that stuff. So, yeah, like I said, just really enjoyed that first ride. Even after that, I just wanted to keep going back for more. Just really loved the way the bike rode and handled and all that stuff. So it's been a really good transition to the Serco Yamaha, and I'm excited for what this year brings for me. Yeah, definitely. I'm super thankful for the whole Yumlube crew. They brought me on back in end of 2020, when not many people wanted to, I guess, take that risk and sign me for the next year. That I guess I didn't have many results to go off and stuff like that. So very thankful for those guys to give me that opportunity. And 2021 was just a good season for me. Was a good start. I got some good race results and things like that. So, but yeah, like you said, 2022 season, I just come in a little bit stronger, a little bit more prepared. Just knew what I was expecting and things like that. So, as you said, breakout year for me. I had some really good results. The first, I think 3 rounds it was, I had some close results to be up on the podium there, but just wasn't able to capitalize on those little things. Then yeah, I think it was round 4 in Gilman. Yeah, like you said, first career podium in the MX2 class was a huge achievement for me. I went 3-2 that day for second overall, and had Dad Mechanican for me. So I crossed that line knowing what I'd accomplished that day, and was super emotional. I think I show a lot of emotion because I've been through a lot over the years, and to finally have everything achieved is just an awesome feeling. Knowing all that hard work's paid off is a reason why I do get that little bit emotional when I achieved those results. So to have that was cool, and then I guess that was just the start of it, and then just kept progressing throughout the year. Got better, got stronger, just got a little bit smarter as well. I just worked on a lot of mental stuff, just worked on some little things that helped me just stay in a positive vibe all the way throughout the year, and it really worked for me. And then I achieved 2 more podiums in the motocross season, which landed me second overall in the series. So obviously another high for me. Very very positive. I had my whole family there, support me throughout the whole year. I had my partner here. She's worked a lot behind the scenes that not a lot of you guys see as well. So very thankful to have someone like her and my family who just support me 100%. And then yeah, heading into the Supercross season. So haven't really had a lot of time on Supercross. So I did a year on Junior 85 back in 2015 it was. So that was my first year there, and then I've had 2 years on a big bike, so not a crazy amount. First couple of years were pretty tough and had some gnarly competition and stuff like that. So yeah, it's like I can't say I wasn't prepared, but there's a lot of experienced guys in that class. So to produce some really good results throughout the year and put myself in some good position was really cool. And then heading into Newcastle was just a good vibe. So pretty local to home, only a couple of hours from where I grew up, and had my family and a lot of friends and their stuff supporting me. So just overall was a good vibe. I just brought some good attitude into the weekend, and just started off really well from the get go. Just gelled with the track, had a lot of fun all night, and just did my best to keep everything fun and enjoyable. So I was riding really well in that first heat race, making some moves towards the front. Unfortunately, just had a bit of a hiccup with another rider in the whoops and went down pretty hard. So yeah, that wasn't fun. That kind of put a bit of a downer on the rest of the night. But here's what it is. Shit happens. You move on from that stuff. So the best of the best just got to get over it and move on as fast as they can. So still had 3 races left after that. And then, yeah, coming into the first race, unfortunately, last gate pig outside, just didn't capitalise on the gate drop, and didn't execute the start like I needed to, and come around the turn in last, and it's just like, here we go, it's going to be a long night. But, I just kind of charged forward a little bit. Unfortunately, made a bit of a mistake towards the end of that race, and I think I finished ninth for that moto. So a bit of a rough one, but like I said, you just got to move on from it and just focus on what's to come. So race two, like I said, just got to come in high with that with the start, and I executed that, and I come out second in that. And after a couple of laps, I moved myself into the lead, and such a surreal feeling. First few laps leading in Supercross, so it was pretty cool for me, and just tried to stay smooth and calm. And I got passed by Max Anstey with maybe a lap and a half to go, so not too crazy. And then brought it home in second for that moto. So I was on a high in that one, and was looking forward to that final moto. And once again, just executed the start, and not so much actually. I think I was fifth coming into that first rhythm section, and then lap by lap I just made passes, and was just on cruise control that moto. And once I got into the lead, it was just got goosebumps and stuff like that. And then seeing that last lap board in the lead was something I've never had before. So cool. The crowd was going wild and stuff like that. It was such an awesome feeling. And once I crossed that finish line, that last lap, all I was like, as soon as I get through these whoops, no one was passing me. No one was going to beat me if I got through those whoops clean and in front. And I did exactly that. Just rode to the finish line, got that lap clean, and just leading up to that finish line, it almost didn't feel real. As I said, crossed that finish line and goosebumps. My hairs were prickling up, all that stuff, and like I said, super emotional after that. I could have blown up my bike if I wanted to. I was that pumped, that excited. Like I said, it's just a lot of hard work that's gone into these results and stuff like that. So to have them achieved is just so great. Such a relief off the shoulders. Just felt so much lighter. It was so cool. And like I said, I had my whole family, friends, and all that there. So such a special moment for me. And yeah, huge highlight of my career. Yeah, definitely. I think it was a good thing for us to start doing. The first couple were a bit average, I guess. Just learning the whole thing and what to show and all that stuff. But yeah, my partner's been really good with the editing side of stuff, and she's really good with that, and kind of knows what data to collect and all that stuff. So it's something we enjoy doing. I feel like we got better as the year on, and was really cool to show that Supercross round in Newcastle with the first win. To be able to show that and show the bit of the emotion behind the scenes and stuff like that was really cool. So and then we were able to vlog, joining the new team, picking up the bike, first ride, and things like that. So that was really cool, and I think that one got a few likes and stuff like that. So it's cool to see the people that are interested in seeing all that stuff and supporting me and things like that. So we're definitely going to be back for 2023, and we'll try to show more of what's going on and show more races and things like that. So yeah, we're excited about it. It's just something fun. It's cool to show everyone a little bit more of what goes on and how we do things and stuff like that. Because a lot of people don't see our personalities and things like that at the races, because we're usually pretty focused on the event. So I guess we can seem a little bit stuck up at times because we're over in the truck. We're just trying to refresh and regroup for the next race or whatever's ahead. So we might seem a little bit stuck up at times. So for people to be able to watch these videos and just see more of what we do and how we are is cool. So yeah, we'll definitely be back for 2023 with more vlogging. Yeah, no, it was a pretty easy transition. I was pumped on the three. I've always kind of looked at, a bit of a number change. So when that opportunity came, I kind of took advantage of it. I just think, single digit numbers are pretty cool. So it looked good on the bike. I'm not going to lie. I did love the number three, but yeah, once I, I knew I couldn't run number three again, it was a pretty easy transition to be like, yep, I'm going back to number 22. Like you said, it's been my number since I was 7 years old. So I was at 13, 14 years of racing. So it's been a long time since I've had that number. So it was an easy transition to come back to it. It's all that I think that everyone's known me to be, number 22. So it's a cool to bring it back, and it looks unreal on this Serco Yamaha. And I'm just happy to be back with it and back where I grew up with. Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's a cool feeling. It's one of the things that was very exciting as well because yeah, like you said, we got a really good friendship going on there. We always have a good time when we're together. Good laughs and stuff like that. And I guess when we're at the track, we both have that competitive side of us, and we always want to beat each other. No one wants to come second, especially now that we're teammates. No one wants to get beat by our teammates. So to have that little bit of a competitive side is cool. It just pushes us that little bit more at the track, and it's just going to make us progress even more. So it's really cool feeling. Jesse's a cool dude and stuff like that. So to be heading into the new year with the Serco Yamaha team and Jesse, it's going to be good vibes all around. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I guess in the junior years, when obviously racing back home in Sydney and New South Wales, I didn't do a whole lot of traveling and stuff like that. But I guess as we got onto like the bigger junior bikes, the 125, 250cc bikes, Mason Siemens and Bailey Mackricks was always one of my, or two of my rivals, I guess. Someone that I always wanted to beat. Someone, those two guys were hardworking, very challenging. They were really good races. So it was hard. So I guess those two guys in the junior classes, junior 125, 250 classes, were someone that I always wanted to beat and stuff like that. So, and then now in the senior ranks where I'm at now, there's a couple of guys that I want to go out and beat. Obviously, Wilson Todd, he's got that number 1 plate. So to go out and beat him is going to be ideal. I feel like I'm going to be more prepared. I've got an unreal bike team behind me. I'm going to be very well prepared this year, and also Nathan Crawford, he's a hard worker dude. He grinds, he works hard, so no doubt he's going to be very challenging as well. So once again, those two guys are going to be top of the list to take down this year. And I believe I can do it. Like I said, I've got the right equipment, I've got the team, I've got the support crew to go and do it, and I've got the motivation and dedication right now to go out and chase that challenge. Yeah, so I'm sure, as a lot of people know, the suburb Mount Druitt in Western Sydney. That's where I grew up. I was there for 16 years. So yeah, I was just very fortunate that my dad got my older brothers into riding and stuff like that when they were kids. So when I was growing up, I got a little quad bike at the age of 3 or 4 years old, whatever it was. So long time ago now. So yeah, like I said, very fortunate that he got me into it, and I just enjoyed it. And like any other kid and stuff like that, once you get a little bit older, your bike gets a little bit bigger and stuff like that. So yeah, I just really enjoyed doing it, and like I said, very fortunate of my parents. They stuck with me as I got older and older, and they could see the progress I made and things like that. And I won my first junior Aussie titles at the age of I'd been 7 or 8 years old, and the first ever one I did, and I won. So I guess from there it just kept going, and then backed it up the following year. So just from there, the support got a little bit better with with bikes and gear and stuff like that. So I made it that fraction easier on my parents for me, and yeah, they obviously could see the potential in me, and just kept going and kept supporting me and kept doing what they needed to do, like any parent would. So yeah, very lucky to have those guys that did that, because I know motorcycle racing isn't cheap, especially now, when you're a kid, you don't understand how much goes into it and stuff like that. So, standing where I am now to be in this position, and looking back and knowing what motorcycle racing costs, it's, like I said, just very lucky that they went through all that, and they pushed me. They did everything in the right way and stuff like that. So yeah, just got better and better, and the support got better, which made it easier, and made it more enjoyable, and then, going to the national events, what I'm doing now, when I was a kid, and looking up to these guys, and thinking, I want to race on this level, I want to be on this team, and things like that. And, to be in this position now is an unreal feeling. And then now having little kids, doing what I was doing, looking up to me, and saying that they want to be where I am and stuff like that. So to be a role model to many kids out there is such an awesome feeling. I'm only 21 years old, so I'm still young, and it's an awesome feeling to be be looked up to by kids. So I'm just going to keep going, just be the best role model I can to everyone out there, and then just try to keep progressing. The goal is to be number one, and I want to be the best of the best, I guess. But I want to, while I'm here in Australia, I want to be Aussie champion. So that's the goal for now. Two older brothers, and my oldest, he raced, and I think he was probably the best of us. At a young age, he was a very talented rider and stuff like that. But once he got to the latest part of the junior start of the senior career, he put on a bit of beef. So that makes motorcycle racing a little bit hard. So, and then Mitch, he's my middle brother there, and he was on the he I guess sometimes a little bit unlucky. He was kind of on the merger of getting a ride and stuff like that and more support, but there was just always someone that was just that little bit in front of him. So yeah, that made it tough. He was still working while he was racing. So as you know, that's also tough as well. It's so hard to be able to put in the effort to be a great motorcycle racer, and then having a trade and working and stuff like that every day of the week. It just doesn't really work. If you want to be the best, you got to kind of put your life on hold, and you got to put everything into racing. That's unfortunate now the way it is, the way everyone is working hard and stuff like that. So you need to focus on racing 100%. So unfortunately, Mitch just wasn't able to do that. He was working, but he was able to get some support here and there and stuff like that, and he raced on the under 19 level and stuff like that, and he had some good results here and there, but he just struggled a lot with arm pump and fitness and stuff like that. Like I said, he just didn't really have the time to go and focus 100% on racing, because he had a full-time job at the same time as well. So that's always hard, and I guess that's why he kind of had to put a hold on racing, just because it got a little bit hard. And I guess his main focus was to make money and things like that. So which is understandable, but I've been lucky enough to be able to put my whole focus into racing, all my training and things like that. So that's made that step a little bit easier, and why I'm here now is because I've been able to focus on it 100%. I'm 21 now, so my eldest is 11 years older than me, and then the middle is 8 years older. So there's a bit of a gap between myself and the middle one there. So yeah, I guess they knew what was going on. They've been in the sport for obviously longer than me, and they kind of learnt what needed to be done and stuff like that. So as I was growing up, they taught me those little things, and which obviously helped and stuff like that. So those guys were very helpful in my career. They pushed me when I didn't want to be pushed sometimes, but that was really needed, and it helped me to be where I am today. Like I said, it's very thankful for those guys for pushing me. Some days I absolutely hated them, but like I said, now I'm here. Where I am, I look back and I just got to thank them guys for sticking with me, because I know, some days were tough and I was a bit of an asshole to them sometimes, but as any younger brother is. So yeah, thankful that they stuck with me, and they still are here now. They still push me, they still yell at me, they still do what they did as a kid, but I just take it all in, and I know they're just doing it for the best of me. So it's an awesome feeling to have such a supportive family that do all this for me, and I just want to keep going and make them proud. Yeah. So I started with the junior KTM team in 2014. So I think it was my first year big wheel that year, and it was cool to be able to pick up I guess a factory ride as a junior kid. What a lot of junior kids want and chase. And I was lucky enough to be one of those kids that got one of those select few rides on that team. So yeah, it just made things really cool, and obviously to see some of these high level guys look down and believe in my skill and stuff like that, and give me this opportunity. So I was with those guys for 14, 15, 16. So yeah, three years with the factory KTM team. So it was cool. And then that obviously went on to my first big bike on the KTM team and stuff like that. So yeah, like you said, it was they kind of gave me all the stuff I needed, and I just went and did my own thing, but it helped my family so much. They gave us a lot. Super thankful for those guys, and Tan Paul. yeah, they gave us a lot, which made it really easy and stuff like that. So it was such a cool opportunity to ride with those guys. They're probably one of the best, junior teams that you can ride for. So to be on that was such a cool feeling. And then yeah, it's heading into 2017. I did have a couple of opportunities there. I obviously still had the opportunity with KDM, and then also had Yamaha Junior as well, and then Lee. I kind of, it was a bit of a tough decision there, but obviously I went with Lee at Honda. He had a really good program, I think, and I believed. And the reason I went to Honda is because I just believed that the following year I was stepping up to the MXD class. So obviously Honda don't have a 125 class, and yeah, I just wanted to focus 100% on that 250 bike before heading into the senior ranks. So yeah, Lee gave me a really good program. He was a little bit more hands on. He obviously had that bit of a mentor side and stuff like that, and the coaching and things that I probably needed. And he helped me a lot, and he was good to have in my back. And then he helped me get over to America for a race over there at Mammoth Mountain, which was really cool. That was such an awesome event to do. Yeah, and race some of those guys was really cool. And like I said, he just gave me a really good platform to build and be strong on that 250 bike. So, super thankful for him and that opportunity. So, and then, yeah, heading into the 2018 season, first year seniors MXD class. I was on the Ride Red program with Rhys, and that was almost a step back to what I had with Lee. It was a little bit less, and it was more, here you go do your own thing type thing. So it was a little bit harder, I guess, on myself and my family and things like that. And but yeah, I just tried to make the most of that opportunity, and just try, produce the results that I believe I could do, and just get better throughout the year and stuff like that. And then obviously I come pretty close with like Kyle Webster and Mark Lucic and stuff like that. And we got talking throughout the year and whatnot. And, before the end of the year come, yeah, I signed a deal with Mark Lucic at the factory Penrite MX, well, 250 team, I should say. And yeah, heading into the 2019 season on a factory bike and in the MXD class once again was so cool to be back on that, I guess, factory program. Mark was super cool to me, such a nice dude, and still friends with him now and still get along with him really well. So yeah, really happy with that opportunity. The bike was really good, and yeah, produced some really really good results that year. Almost had a couple wins, and I was, it was a lot of almost that year, I guess. So it was a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. I just I just keep moving forward, just try to keep better in each time, and yeah, I finished third that year in the MXD championship and stuff like that, and then yeah, so yeah. I had a few different bike changes over the years and stuff like that, and yeah, I'm here now in Yamaha, and probably the best bike that I've ridden. Yeah, I truly love being here. It's the best place to be. It just makes a lot of things a lot easier. I've got my 4 Dale program. He's based in the sunny coast, which is 45 minutes from where I am. So that makes it really easy. Of course, I miss my family and stuff back at home. A few friends and things like that. Of course, I miss those guys, but there's nothing beats being here. Myself and my partner, we obviously just bought this place not too long ago. So to have a home that we can call ours is really cool. We can do whatever we want and stuff like that. So yeah, to be based here is truly amazing. Such a good place. The weather's pretty good. It's bloody hot now, but it's good. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I got a really good base here and got everything I need. Like I said, beautiful partner here. We just have a really good time, and it's I do miss my family back home in Sydney, but I don't miss Sydney itself. It's hard to be back in Sydney and stuff like that. Just for riding and things like that. There's not a whole lot going on down there, but. And then I've got my team, about an hour away, which makes life so much easier again. It's just a quick trip down there if I need anything. So, yeah, super happy to be based here. Officially, I guess you can call me a Queenslander and stuff like that. So, I even got my Queensland number plates and things like that. So, no, it's cool. I love it. It's yeah, it's such a good vibe here, and wouldn't change it for the world. Well, I guess as a kid, obviously going from the 22, a lot of you can probably guess, Chad Reed, as many probably kids looked up to him. That's he was my main idol as a kid. I guess as a kid growing up, he was an Aussie, and he was doing well and stuff like that. So I think that's one of the reasons why I looked up to him. An Australian rider doing so well on the world stage, and then I guess now there's, I'm a big fan of Tomac. I feel like in a sense, we've got a bit of a similar, style. He's such an aggressive rider. I feel like I'm pretty aggressive, but now I kind of look up to a lot of those guys. I try to take little bits out of their style and, just really study everyone. Everyone's got different styles and things like that. And obviously they work for themselves, and I just try to watch and watch and learn as much as I can because, like I said, they've all got their own different style, but you can always pick up on something someone's doing. Feet on pegs, where they're standing, sitting, elbows, and everyone's a little bit different, and obviously it works for them. So I just try to watch everyone. I would watch those top guys as much as I can. Just study those little bits. As a kid, you just go and watch racing and stuff. But at the level I am now, you got to kind of to study a bit more and watch a lot more. So that's what I do. So yeah, I'm a big Tomac fan. But yeah, like I said, now I just kind of take bits and pieces of everyone and. They all have different styles, so I just try to learn as much as I can.